Hello, this is Lady Tamika, mommypreneur, author of Can This Relationship Survive? The Power of Be, and the host of the Be Experience with me, Lady Tamika. Man, this is my first YouTube message that I'm going to load from my phone, so let's just see how this goes. So I wanted to have a conversation today because I realized that I have come a long way. A long way. And you have too. And sometimes when on this journey that we're on, we don't realize the distance in which we have come. And so we struggle from time to time with our I read somebody said this morning something about the evilness that's within them. And so I shared with them and I said, the word evil is actually the word live in reverse. The minute that you can identify that there is some evilness, only thing you have to do is flip the word and live the way that life should be lived, which is in love and with enjoyment. And so I was thinking about this whole process of where I am now. And so I took a quote from out of my book, Can This Relationship Survive? The Power of Be, and I wanted to share that with you. It was a quote from my mentor, teacher, and pastor that says, "Where you are matters for who you are. Increase awaits your arrival." And for me, that quote was very personable. It hit home because I had this situation. So let me give you a little story real quick. So I had this situation where someone called me and they were saying some things, and it was a bunch of nonsense. It was really a bunch of nonsense. And I handled it very, very well. And so after I hung up the phone with that person, I actually called someone who knows me from before. And we were talking, and she shared with me, she said, Tamika, that stuff is still in you. And I said, it is. She said, some of the stuff that's in you, you can't change. Yeah, she said you can't change. It's just a part of who you are. And so for the past 4 years, I have constantly been working on becoming better all around. And so this morning while I was driving, I was thinking, I said, wow, look how far I have come. Look how far there has been increase in my life. Simply because I decided to live in my own truth. And so Tamika is consistent. Lady Tamika is consistent in who she is. The core of who she is very consistent. It's consistent, surrounded around love and my peace. Two very true core pieces to me. And so I said to myself this morning, I said, Tamika, wow, you have come a long way. Because I was reminded of that part that my friend girl was telling me about that was in me. And I said, wow, this person don't even know that the old Lady Tamika or just Tamika would have ripped them to pieces. And that's truth. You can ask anybody. And what I realized is that truth don't need to be covered up. So I don't have to cover the truth, but there's evidence in me that this is true. There's evidence in my life that I have come a long way. There's evidence to prove that what my truth is now is really just what it is. And not that it wasn't that before, but it was covered. It was covered with anger. It was covered with fear. It was covered with so many different characteristics that was evil because I was living in reverse. So I decided that I no longer need to live in reverse. I just need to live with love, peace, and enjoyment in my life. And so I'm excited about this because this is a brand new day. A new day that I live in my truth. Not the truth that other people have set up for me, which was really a lie because it wasn't mine. So I've learned how to accept where I am because it matters for who I am. And as I accept this as my truth, I then become bigger. I then become greater. I then become the better version of me. My dad used to always tell me when I was a little girl, you're better than. And that aura that of his words that was put upon me sent out an aura to other people to think that I was thinking that I was better than other people, which it was never ever my thought. It was never ever my thought to think that I was better than anyone. However, the better that I know that he was talking about was the better in my thinking as it relates